MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jose Quintana is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The afternoon for Arizona, the right fielder, Starling.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
In today's game, with so many shifts being deployed on a day-to-day basis, for a batter to stay tall and drive a backdoor breaking ball the other way fires me up.
Into the box, Nick Ahmed, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, D-Row, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
A dive, and he knocks it down. And they will not be able to get the force at second, so there are 2 on now to start the inning.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in.
Oh, and he misses it.
Earned run there. Looked like he tracked the ball well off the bat, but when it came time to close the deal, he just couldn't squeeze it. He'll be thinking about that one for a while.
Now at the plate, David Peralta. And now the Diamondbacks look to push more across in the opening frame. No balls and 1 strike.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
Eduardo Escobar standing in, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, he's got 8 hits in 31 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Ahmed on third. Marte at second with 1 away. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Into the box now, Carson Kelly. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Behind 0-2 now. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Weak grounder back to the mound. throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. Only one in the inning for Arizona. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Cubs nothing. Luke Weaver, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them.
And that brings up Javi Baez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop.
Now the pitch.
Baez.
Popped up. Walker moving to his left. 1 away.
Batting second.
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, guys, yesterday's loss was a tough one. A 1-run loss. Hopefully they were able to just acclimate themselves to the city, get a chance to hit the streets, maybe regroup a little bit, and show up today ready to go.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Batting third, the first baseman, Anthony.
Settling in now, Anthony Rizzo, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set, and the pitch. And this one gets away. And no advance. It's ball 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
So striding in, Wilson Contreras, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Here's the 2-1. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3. Two outs here with a runner at third. Drilled down the line, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Ready with the payoff pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Cubs strand one. They're down 1-0. At the plate, Christian Walker. He drove in the other of the 2 runs in that game yesterday.
Walker.
First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Now here it comes. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Racing back the left fielder into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. And Arizona moves out in front now 2-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
At the plate, Ildemaro Vargas.
The second baseman.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Hit on the ground to third. Right to Bryant. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Luke.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Chris Bryant down at third base today playing the hot corner. And he's a guy that can move around. The manager can put him in the outfield, but his home is at third base. He's got the arm to get it done, a strong arm. He can go behind the bag and make big-time plays, and the nice soft hands.
In now, Luke Weaver. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
This inning didn't get started the way he'd hoped with that home run, but I've got to give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last 2 guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
Here's Starling Marte. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Marte, a former Pittsburgh Pirate, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Here's a called strike on the curveball. 1-2.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
Hit high and deep to right center. Hayward giving chase. Down and into the gap. Around second now and headed for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Hey guys, he doubled up on that breaking ball. The batter obviously timed the first one. Second one, he was not going to let go. Good wood on that one, able to drive it for a base hit.
So now to the plate, Nick Ahmed. He swings and grounds it to short. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. One for the Diamondbacks, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-0 Arizona. Standing in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
0-1 the count. Now the pitch.
That's the ball. 1-1. Two balls, one strike.
Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And a hanger as he gives this one a pretty good ride out to deep center, and that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Digging in, Jason Hayward, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Now here's the drive out to right center field. This will kick up against the wall now. He's in at second safely as they also push across a score to make it a one-run game.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
Stepping in now, David Bodie. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
A 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that is through into left field. A base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Batting in, the center fielder, Albert Almora.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Batting ninth.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And let's take a look at David Peralta. Bazooka arm in the outfield. Obviously, he was originally signed as a pitcher. Didn't work out. Reset the battery and came back as a big league outfielder. Impressive.
Standing in now, Jose Quintana. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game.
The batter, number 9.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Here's Javier Baez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Nope, that's down.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. You just pitch around them.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Liner towards second. That's in there. Base hit. The throw home. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Boy, Dero, you have to be licking your chops sitting in a 3-1 count to get a fastball. He gets it and doesn't miss it.
Yeah, Dan, that's what you strive for. Find count leverage situations where you can be aggressive. Process of elimination tells you he's got to come fastball or something over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Off the plate at 94, 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The 1-2.
Next out, 2-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Kelly over to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now back, first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Cubs 3 and the Diamondbacks 2. Top of the 3rd set to get underway. Striding in once again, Ketel Marte. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Count now a ball and a strike. 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
1 strike.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Pitch on the way. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch. Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Schwarber will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
The third baseman, number 5.
At the plate, Eduardo Escobar. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. This one's down to 3rd. Bryant's got it. One there on to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Wilson Contreras.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Too low, 1-0.
Count 1-0.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
On a good count now, 3-2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
Hot shot down the line. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line.
Hey, there's a base hit to lead off the third inning. Talk about having a lot of traffic, D-Roll. He's given up several hits already, so he's been in the stretch most of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Dan. That is the name of the game for this offense. They're trying to get this guy in the stretch. Hopefully he misses over the heart of the plate like he's been doing so far up until this point.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. Kelly is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 3 and the Diamondbacks 2. Stepping into the box, Carson Kelly. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
A 2-ball, 2-strike count to the Diamondbacks catcher.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Full count.
Christian Walker will be next. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Another full count pitch home. Leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row. and he won the battle because of it.
To the plate now, Ildemaro Vargas. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. From the belt, the pitch. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Pitch is popped up. Rizzo has room in foul territory. 2 gone.
Now batting, the pitcher, Luke Weaver.
Standing in, Luke Weaver. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A ball and no strikes.
Count 1-0.
2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. That misses. 2-0.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
3-0 to him now. Has a look. Now the pitch. 3-1.
Count is 3-1.
And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Almora, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Arizona. They trail 3-2. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Digging in to try it again. David Bodie. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Bodie.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Going back is the center fielder, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. First home run of the campaign for him, and it gives the Cubs a 4-2 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
So here's Albert Almora next.
Albert.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
Sliced hard on the ground. He's got it. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Jose Quintana. And this is pulled hard but foul. Hope they brought their gloves for that one out there. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Vargas is there, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Digging in and looking for more, Javier Baez, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Now the 1-0. A bouncer up the middle. Oh, look at Ahmed. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. We're through 4. It's now 4-2 Chicago. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovello about the Diamondbacks' offensive production, and he told me he feels like they're being too patient at the plate right now. Too much of the time they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2, and that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. Ready for another shot now. Starling Marte. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort, and that ought to be. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed. And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there. And ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Ball 1, no strike.
And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
The center fielder, Marte.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the infielder Ketel Marte. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
1-1 the count now. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. So with that, the top of the 5th is still alive.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Runners on the move for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 4-2. Bottom of the inning now. Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, You've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Reined in. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Marte will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Wilson Contreras.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
When you dive into the numbers in this start, it's hard to believe that this guy's pitching as poorly as he has. Over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes, but a lot of those have been right down the middle, right into the hitting zone.
2 balls and a strike.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
Three and 1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Full count, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And take a good look there as this misses for ball 4, and the Cubs have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Kyle.
So digging in now, Kyle Schwarber. In his last at bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Here's the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Marte fields it cleanly.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's Jason Hayward now as he drives a liner to right center. And that's in there. Base hit. And this will add on to their lead. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Now here comes the Arizona skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Corbin Martin is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. David Bodie will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
The 1-0 delivery. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
In now, Albert Almora, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. Popped up. Walker shading to his right, and that retires the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Cubs lead this one 6-2. Digging in now, Eduardo Escobar. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, catcher, Carson Kelly.
Digging in once again, Carson Kelly. It was a walk in his last trip. In there for strike 1, 0-1. In there, and he's in control, 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now at the plate, Christian Walker. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now the pitch.
Nope.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
No, that's a foul ball.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. The next 3-2. Locks him up for strike 3. Diamondbacks down in order. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way. But first, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.